There may be a relationship ending with a false person in a one sided conflict. This one sided conflict has caused them to invest poorly and they are getting left behind with an inability to recover what was lost. This could represent a person who is lazy, immature, unreasonable, disloyal, irresponsible, rebellious, lacking common sense, and clearly does not have any prospects. Do not worry, you are getting your desired outcome, but there is an outside or unseen force that is bringing an ending. You may have been wanting to take things slowly, but a romantic partner got offended and projected onto your beauty. They became desperate and unhinged while you were learning to have fun again. At face value, your relationship could feel just fine. However, they are wearing a mask, and they know that if you find out what is underneath the mask, they'll get rejected. Truly, you do not accept this person, and they feel so rejected and abandoned. You have had a toxic expectation. This person is emotionally balanced, logical, and rational. They are quite the opposite. When you were not ready for a serious relationship, they grew enraged and tried to replace you after making promises. They were deeply misdirected, trying to empower poor prospects. They have started to look like a shallow opportunist, struggling with anger and anxiety, but deceiving us with the persona or performance. This is not something that you are receptive to. The good outcome is that their true identity is revealed and they cannot hide from this organization. No one is buying it. This is a partner or alliance that has been lacking a personality. They have been trying to embody your personality because of your wealth and status, but they are really a conformist. They have not truly been a supporter. They have taken vows with you that cannot be escaped. However, when you were not ready for the relationship, they were not committed and dedicated to the relationship in the ways that you would have been receptive to. They have attached onto your cause for a selfish gain, and they are truly a negative force. You are a new standard of beauty in this market, and you are getting the wealth and status that is disillusioning everyone that they thought represented wealth and status when you were away. The tables are turning. You are receiving an acceleration right in their face that meaningfully obliterates and annihilates whatever secret competition they were having to replace you. The truth is, they have had a hidden motive to uphold a convention. These relationships that they thought would manifest are poor prospects that do not have strong roots. You are getting a notoriety for dismantling a convention and revealing the true motivation was an obsession with your body and them wanting to conform and disempower a marginalized group and identity. This matter involves sex, sexuality, and the root of desire. But no one wants to talk about that. That's too triggering. This person and people that are conventions are obsessed with your body. They have a constant preoccupation with the way your body is moving and navigating the world. These people may have started to commit crimes against you to stop your marginalized body and identity from becoming empowered. A lot of your options will know that you're the one for them, but this is a karmic challenge of convention, conformity, and hiding the root of desire. This is a hardship and network that is driven by a lot of people's obsession with your body. They hate you and have formed groups and troops of people that despise you for having this body. You have a body to die for. You have an archetypal mode, and you are a dream come true for any gender. They feel like an idiot now because of how wrong they were, how faulty their judgment was under a confirmation bias of a convention, and how they unreasonably violated you and may have even started committing crimes or got so triggered and unstable they could not take responsibility for themselves. They were desperate to find support, to conflict with you, and cause mischief. You will recover. Just keep persevering. Your body is attracting all of the popular support. You are the authority that they cannot get away from. They were deeply misled by their own internal struggle. Body typing that has been going on is not applicable. You are a clear archetypal mode, and you are getting dozens of offers to replace this person who cannot take your beauty. You are preferred in the new standard of beauty that everyone is racing to. That's the truth. The truth is, they will never be you. They were never a supporter. They were shallow opportunists that wanted your spot. This partner wanted a control over you, and when you exacted your autonomy with dozens of offers and possibilities and timelines, they tried to empower your enemy in other options to disempower you. But your new opportunity deaded them and revealed their facade. They cannot take your body having sex with others and may have internalized more around their own poor self image. Do not take this rejection personally. This person has been in a lot of sorrow, and you have been on a journey of unconditional love with this person. You know that they have been lacking closure in a network of people who despise you because your body is natural and archetypal goddess form, and they have just been unable to defend their position and became overwhelmed by the interpersonal relationships of the network and the cattiness of people in a power struggle where they are losing power, losing intimacy, losing passion because your form is preferred. Most of society does not look like you naturally. So, people who have plastic surgery have been racing your photos to the doctor. And this is a difficult position to be in, but hold space and compassion for those who have been facing a lot of external pressure to meet commercial expectations. You will be met with constant conformity around this issue because people will want to appeal to the weaker and less fortunate conventions because that is where the majority lies and where the majority of the wealth will lie. However, you have shifted this narrative and turned the tables, and you are the wealthiest and the most empowered now. These other people who have been not truly getting desired and have been in 6 cycles of suffering and neglect are less fortunate conventions who may be rendered lesbians and are not getting sacred sexuality. Their sex is bad and does not reflect the true attraction. It's desperation. It's a conflict about you. That is the shadow attachment, third party pain and shame of destructive emotions leading to dangerous projections and separation. They were really disillusioned and got too prideful around your manifestation. They truly did not feel good enough for you after you glowed up and came into your mature form. You got the wealth and status that they were not expecting. Their ego is bruised because they were not expecting you to be successful, and they were so mad that they were wrong about you. This person became devoted to you and made a big promise that cannot be forgotten and unsaid. They may look like they're celebrating you, but they really broke their promise and have been unable to release resentment. And you'll know that because the reality of the relationship is not what you desire. They were not expecting you to get rewards and recognition, to have the power to dismantle something false. They may have had good intentions, but through the process of you exacting your autonomy and mastering your position, They became embittered by all the sacrifices and hardships. You are the one that became embittered in the end. You have been successful at taming their wild ego that has been trying to destroy your career. They haven't been wanting your beauty and body to be in a position of leadership because that will reveal the true roots of desire, and that the rest of these conventions are just to make money off of the weaker and less fortunate. They terribly mishandled you because you cannot be replaced. Your body is immovable despite their obsession and constant fixation on it. The tables are turning, and there are lingering complexities with the closure of this cycle. This is a karmic tie and a contract that cannot be forgotten and unsaid. This is the illusion of separation. You may have lost full security within one another's life in the material realm. However, these closures of a cycle cannot be ignored. This is a relationship that has lost security because of obsessions about your body. They have showed an emotional weakness and haven't been able to defend against the non-archetypal molds and the plastic surgeries. These people have been desperate, fighting and attacking because they have not been getting sex, money, and power. The truth is, in the end, everyone loses. They do not have any prospects after falling short by quite the distance, but you are the one getting the good outcome. You are the one that will be able to recover where the rest of them are getting left behind.